What's going on, everybody out there? Welcome to Gamers with Games. So today we're going to talk about the Wii U. Is the Wii U actually doomed? Now that we know that the NX is pretty much over the horizon at this point. Next year at E3 2016, we're going to hear about the NX from Nintendo. But the Wii U is still here, and everybody feels like it's pretty much doomed now at this point, because not only is Nintendo focusing on new hardware, which is probably going to be the next-gen version of the Nintendo system, probably blending together as a hybrid between handheld gaming and console gaming. At least that's what people are saying. We don't know what the NX is at this point. But is the Wii U, now that it's still here and it hasn't had, the kind of like the greatest library, if not the greatest launch, and the greatest reception from critics and consumers alike, is it pretty much doomed at this point and pretty much irrelevant? Well, I kind of beg to differ with that actual mentality. I don't think the Wii U is necessarily doomed, or is it pretty much finished, or it hasn't really reached its potential as a console overall. Now, let's be real for a second. It does kind of suck that there isn't a lot of third-party support on the Wii U. We have, a bunch of variety of different games on there. We've had, Zombie U from Ubisoft. We've had the Sonic games, which aren't even really that great, but they're still, kind of like, supported, by Sega and stuff like that, or at least kind of Nintendo at this point, because pretty much Sonic is not really doing well on the other consoles. And we also had games like the Wonderful 101 and such. But overall, really where the kind of like lifeblood of a Nintendo console is in the first party kind of games. But that's with every single Nintendo platform. We saw that a lot with the GameCube, even though there was more third party support with the GameCube back then. But overall, now at this point, with all the great games that are coming out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, it feels like the Wii U is kind of just lingering there and kind of floating as kind of like a dead body or some sort of random barrel that's just hanging out there. Random Donkey Kong barrel. It's just going to say like DK and it's just going to say, instead of that, it's just going to say Wii U. But all joking aside, I don't think that the Wii U has lost its relevance, and I don't think that the Wii U has lost a lot of its vitality and its lifeblood just yet. Reason why I say that is because not only still do we have Zelda, Wii U, technically that's supposedly supposed to be coming out. And I really believe that now, even though we haven't heard a lot about Zelda Wii U, that it's turning into an NX game, I still believe they're going to have that game come out to the Wii U. In addition to that, we still have plenty of great games that a lot of people, and specifically a lot of Nintendo fans, are still playing. Super Smash Bros. Obviously being a big one. Mario Kart 8, even though people keep saying that kind of, atmosphere and that grouping of players is dying, I still go online every once in a while and I find a ton of people still playing that game. Could be the amiibo support, with all the actual outfits and stuff, or it could just be for the fact that Mario Kart 8 is still an awesome game. It's really, really fun to play, even this long after its launch. But in addition to that, we also have new IP stuff, which is what people have been clamoring for from Nintendo for the longest time. Games like Splatoon. Splatoon is heavily addicting. I mean, I don't own it for my Wii U console now, but I did play it, for a good amount of time, when the game first came out over at my friend HMK's place. We were playing it on his Wii U and actually streaming on his channel, and Splatoon is really, really fun. Just like super addicting. Even now, recently, they had an update where they kind of like, changed up a few little things here and there. They added some new stuff. I believe they added like costumes, if not also weapon classes and such. That is really, really awesome that people are really still talking about to this day and still playing heavily. And I have a strong feeling that game's going to be played over an extended period of time, way past the Wii U's life cycle and such. But with that being said, there's still plenty of opportunity for the Wii U to still kind of remain relevant and still be played by a bunch of people. Just for the simple fact that it hasn't been getting all these different types of crazy big games from a lot of third parties. Again, Watch Dogs being one of the big ones out there for a while until we got, I don't even really know much about the Wii U version of Watch Dogs. It's just kind of and such, and everybody made a big deal about it. But in addition to that, we also are still starting to get games like Star Fox Wii U, or pretty much Star Fox Zero, pretty much we could call it this point now that it has a name. But Star Fox on the Wii U is still a relevant game that's still kind of going back to traditional Star Fox. I actually previewed the game from E3 2015 that you can find on the Coalition now, and I had a bunch of things to say about that game. Even though I'm not a fan of the motion controls, I'm really hoping that they kind of give you the option to kind of get rid of that and actually just use the second analog stick. But still a fun game, Nintendo first party to play. We are still getting other first party games, including Yoshi's Woolly World, which I think is going to be a sleeper hit this year, eventually when it comes out. I believe it comes out in October. But it's really, from playing that game at E3, there's just a charm to that game that's just a lot of fun. Again, it uses the amiibo support. A lot of the later games, and with the exception of maybe Star Fox, use all the amiibo support for all the amiibos that are available now. You get different costumes and different items and such. There are all these great games that are still on the platform that either people are starting to discover to play, that have been playing for a while and probably going to continue to play, or we're getting that barrage of great games that are coming towards the later half of this year, leading into next year, which is going to be a real big blowout for something like the Wii U. Now, granted, again, a lot of Nintendo's focus, besides NX, which is next year, we're getting a lot of focus on the Nintendo 3DS with Triforce Heroes. A lot of people are still upset about Metroid Federation Force, but I still think that's probably going to end up being kind of like an interesting game that I'm still going to check out at one point. And then also Chibi Robo. But again, the Wii U is still going to have its relevance there. It's still going to be a relevant Nintendo console that people are still going to be playing. I'm not sure, maybe if they drop the price point or something like that, that it'll probably cause a more influx or a resurgence of people buying the console. Again, there's a lot of quality games out there, but I feel like the whole perception of the Wii U and just of Nintendo in general, in relation to the other consoles, has really dampened everybody's thoughts and everybody's mindset with the actual Wii U, despite there being great games on there. In addition to that, final thought, Nintendo's new kind of like online service, which I'm really sure they're going to probably roll out with the NX eventually next year when they announce it, is going to connect all the different Nintendo platforms under one roof, a la Sony with PlayStation Plus, including both the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation Vita. It's going to be the same thing with the NX, the Wii U, the Wii, and the 3DS, and the new 3DS. I should count that, but it's really just the 3DS since it's one type of model. But it's going to connect all the different platforms, and you're still going to have all the support, and probably even more so with the Wii U down the line whenever that service launches and such. So overall, Wii U isn't dead. I don't think Wii U is going anywhere anytime soon. It's still going to be on the market again, kind of like how Sony is with the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. I still think that people are still going to buy the console at some point, still going to play all these great games that are going to be all over the place. It might not have Zelda Wii U right away. It might launch, with Zelda Wii U, having both an NX and a Wii U version, kind of like how the Wii and the GameCube had Twilight Princess. But I don't think we're going to see the Wii U going anywhere anytime soon, or kind of dying out, as what people keep saying. It's all doom and gloom with a lot of fans, especially ones that aren't even really Nintendo fans, but I digress. So those are my thoughts on the Wii U. I still think it's going to be a great console. I'm having fun playing a lot of the games on my Wii U. I'm still playing Smash Brothers. I'll probably be buying Splatoon at some point for my console. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think about the Wii U. If you guys are playing different games, what are you playing right now? And if you're enjoying the console, and if you're looking forward to the NX. I will talk to you guys again real soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.